Restorative practices is a tool used to build relationships between teachers and students to students. There's 4 different proactive approaches that we use with restorative practices, but the biggest one we're focusing on today is circles. Circles give students an opportunity to speak their voice and have their voices heard.
I gotta say, happiness is probably acceptance of everything that has been brought into my life. Even the small bumps in the road, but I stayed happy throughout that. I didn't let any of those defeat me. I kind of went on and just kind of got to the next goal.
Speaking positivity into their life, connecting teachers and students, students and principals. I think that every student at Mesquite ISD deserves the opportunity to experience restorative practices.
Our first circle, there was a lot of guidance. Our class didn't know each other as well. Not much friends. By the 3rd or 4th circle, everyone began to really share their experience, influence one another every time they come into class, talk about things they usually wouldn't talk about. And ever since, the class bond is changed. Everyone feels like family.
If it wasn't for the circle, I wouldn't know what was really going on with my kids. And it would almost be that superficial relationship. I've always been a teacher that had good relationships with my kids, but when I started circling with my kids, that's when I truly saw them for who they really were. And the best part is they started to see me, who I really was.
And once that they see that from you, they see that you're human, that you've made mistakes, that you've been in their shoes, they are 100% more likely to listen to you and to want to learn and to want to talk to you, to where before if you're just a brick wall and just come in, do your work, sit down and leave and don't build that relationship, they're not going to care much about you and not remember anything you've ever taught them.
When you say you want more people to build relationships with each other and you want your school to be safe and for people to feel really connected, when you come to Circle, you really learn about people's struggles and the things that other kids are going through, and that helps them connect through their situations, and that's what creates and makes a better school. So that's why you need to be doing Circle.
We had a Circle not too long ago, and it was a close-knit group. One of the young ladies wasn't sharing a whole lot, and a question came out, and she talked about how she had just lost her grandmother the night before. And immediately another girl ran up to her and gave her the biggest hug and said, I just lost mine 2 days ago. And these connections, you see these kids, all of a sudden, they realize that they're not alone with their problems. Kids experience depression and they think that they're alone, and another kid says, I'm experiencing depression too. And I think when you realize you're not alone, that's when healing starts. True healing begins.
Circle has made me think about things like what other people are going through, and I feel like everybody's going through something, and that's why they act the way they do.
I had a class who was arguing a lot. They had big personalities in there, and after we came to Circle, they started realizing that they needed to take responsibility for their own selves and started apologizing to each other outside of class. I've had some, can I go speak to Mr. Overton? And our student success, I need a minute.
I was really upset because everything's going on in my life and no one was there to talk to me and help me get out of all the sad phases in my life.
When someone says something to purposely make me mad, I used to just lash out and say bad things to them and do all that stuff. Now I'm just like, okay, maybe, they're probably feeling a certain way. Let me see what's going on. Let me see how they're feeling. And I actually talk to them and see what's on their mind.
And it really helps me get through the day better in my lessons because we understand each other a little bit better. So I think every teacher, especially new teachers, should be involved in it.
If we look at the term circle itself, it's ever continuing. There's no end. Circle is important for educators, not just at Warren High School, but
we're changing mindsets and we're changing culture, not just within our students, but in our teachers as well. Some of those ones that are out for a punishment, they're now looking for accountability.
If I had it my way, I would love to see every elementary school, every middle school, and every high school in the district circling, building those relationships, building community inside those classrooms. It's so pivotal. It's a chance for growth, a chance for change. We talk about change all the time. How are we going to create and make better young men and young women for the future? Folks, to me, this is the answer.